It's the Battle of Rhode Island here in the New England Football League's 2025 season. We're here at Tucker Field in Cumberland, Rhode Island for this matchup as the Rhode Island Raptors take on the Rhode Island Riptide. And welcome to the New England Football League here on YouTube, everybody. I'm Stephen Rhode. The Raptors are coming off their first loss of the season, a 24-6 loss to the Windsor Flyers, in a game in which they were down just 10-6 with under 2 minutes left. Meanwhile, the Riptide are coming in. They're 2-0 in the season. They've only played, like I said, 2 games so far this season. Come off a big win in week number 1, a 12-6 overtime victory over the New London County Silverbacks. And after a week 2 bye, they defeated the Vermont Ravens to get to 2-0 in the season. And after a league-wide bye week, both these teams are looking for win number 3, while the Riptide are looking to not only defeat their in-state rival here in the Raptors, they're also looking to stay undefeated and get to 3-0 as we reach the halfway point of the season. We're almost ready to go here. Kickoff from Cumberland, Rhode Island, coming up right now. Ladies and gentlemen, we are ready to rock. We are ready to roll. The Riptide won the toss. They defer to the second half, and the Battle of Rhode Island is underway from here in Cumberland, Rhode Island. Raptors will come out and take it, and they're going to take it from about the 22-yard line, come back inside and down near the 30. And that's where we'll see this offense come back out for the first time here today. And led by their quarterback. We get your name here. Number 12 is Tony. And I said this wrong during the game against the Winter Flyers, so I do apologize. He let me know that as soon as I got here. His name is Tony Cabral. We called him Corball the entire game, and there you see him right there, number 12, in the middle of your screen, coming out lead this Raptor offense. Excuse me, I'm going to make that a mistake a lot here today, folks. Riptide and Raptors, Battle of Rhode Island here from Tucker Field in Cumberland, Rhode Island, about 19 minutes outside of Providence. You're watching the New England Football League right here on YouTube. I'm Stephen Rhode. And Riptide won the toss there for the second half, so the Raptors will start with the ball inside the 30. Let's see what they plays it officially. Looks like to be about the 31-yard line. That's where we will start this game off. And it's Cabral in the shotgun. We got 2 running backs here in the backfield. Just kick this game off. And a handoff here on the first play from scrimmage. Can't see who is taking the handoff, but he is going to get to about the 33-yard line, about a gain of 2 or 3 on that carry. And both teams coming in this game with 2 wins each. One of them has a loss, though. That again, we mentioned that earlier. The Raptors coming off the 24-6 loss against the Windsor Flyers back on June 28th. A game that was 10-6 after the Raptors, an interception by Kyle McKellick set up a touchdown. As Cabral found Ty Hazard for a touchdown, make it 10-6. Just a few minutes left. More on that in a moment. Second down. And another handoff here on first down. Cabral and up the middle and near the 40-yard line, near that first down marker. Let's say they actually make him the first. We have the marker here on our side. You can see it. And they're going to say, let's see. Say it is going to be third down here. Short here for the Raptors coming up. So again, the Raptors were down 10-0. The end of the fourth quarter. Interception by Kyle McKellick set up a touchdown to Ty Hazard, make it a 10-6 game. And then on a 4th and goal, the Flyers went for on 4th down to try to ice the game. And Jamal Brown found Earl Waite Jr. for the game. What about him beginning the game? Sealing touchdown. About 1:55 left, made it 17-6. And then to add insult to injury, Nick Selleck had a pick 6 to make it 24-6. That was the final score. Raptors fall for the first time this seaseason. Riptide come in. They're 2-0 in the year. Wins over the New London County Silverbacks and the Vermont Ravens 2 weeks ago. Third down for the Raptors. Man in motion. That is Thomas Coucher. Cabral rolling out. And throws at a sideline. Pass is caught. Breaking away. First down into Riptide territory. And the pass is caught by Gio. And I hope I'm saying his last name right. Centelesis. And that was a nice play by Centelesis, staying in the bounds. Not only making the catch in bounds, but he got an extra yard or 2 staying in bounds, cutting away from the defender. Looks like he was brought down number 40. That would be Sal DeSantis III. That is a first down for the Raptors, and the ball is now at the Riptide 43-yard line. A big third down conversion here for the Raptors to start this one off. Cabral again in the shotgun here on first down. Now they get a hand off here. Let's see if we can get into a name here now. As he is brought down about the 38-yard line, about a gain of 5. That is number 21 on the carry there for the Raptors. That is Ant Mullah. M-U-L-A-A. I hope again I'm saying that name right. Again, a lot of names. I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing right, but we sure hope so. This is a crossover game, by the way, folks. I know these two teams are playing in Rhode Island, so we call it the Battle of Rhode Island, but they're not in the same conference. Raptors are playing in the North Atlantic Division Conference, or the AA. Riptide are once again in the Maritime Conference, or the Single A. Second down here for the Raptors. Ball at the 38. Here again. Mula again. And he is brought down about the 34-yard line. So that's about a gain of 4. And there is Jared Kaczynski on the tackle. Looks like he was called for a hold of some sort. Saying, they grabbed my arm. Where's the flag? And he's not going to get one. We are going to get a third down here once again for the Raptors, though. Ball officially at the Riptide 34-yard line. Raptors converted the last third down. Riptide defense trying to make a stop here on this third down. Let's see what they could do. Third down at the 34. Scoreless game. Battle of Rhode Island here in Cumberland. Cabral in the shotgun. Mula in the backfield. And they get hit off here to Mula. Mula has the first down. And a little more inside the 30 to about the 20. Looks like actually the market about the 29-yard line. And you hear the reaction from the Raptor bench. They love what they're seeing here from this run game so far. A lot of runs, just one pass so far from Cabral. I'm sure we'll see more of that as the game progresses. But right now it's first down by way of that run game here for the Raptors starting off. And once again, it'll be Moole in the backfield and Cabral in the shotgun. 3 receiver set here for the Raptors on first down at the 34-yard line. Excuse me, that's the 29-yard line. Cabral. Pressure rolling out. He's going to take off. Flag is down. This one's coming back. Cabral dives to the 15-yard line. But there is a flag down back at the 34-yard line. That one's coming back. It's going to be a hold against the Raptors. So Cabral couldn't find any open receivers. So taking himself. Leaps for an extra couple yards. And again, there he gets. There's the signal. It is a hold against the Raptors. So back him up 10 yards. And that's a killer penalty for the Raptors. What is so far a promising drive here in Cumberland. Again, now 19 minutes outside of Providence. For a lot of high schools, by the way, folks, you usually see the football field on campus. Here in Cumberland, Tucker Field's across the street from Cumberland High School. However, there is a nice bridge that takes you from the field to the school and back and forth. Pretty cool. First down and a minivan here now after the penalty on the Raptors. Cabral rolling out to his left. Throw, short passes. Caught number 88 with the catch. We'll get you a name here in a moment. And he is wrapped up almost immediately. Led the way to number 54. Let's get you a game here, number 88. That is Austin Hawes with the catch. Bringing it down to number 54. Jesse Pags. That's what we're going to call him because I can't see his last name. Jesse Pellegrini. But we're just going to call him. He told me last time I saw him. I covered the Riptide last year, part of the NEFL on NEBN. Just call me Jesse Pags. It's a lot easier. That's what everybody calls me. So that's what we're going to go with. Again, Jesse Pags leading the way there on that tackle. A short gain there. It's going to be second down and long here for the Raptors coming up. Scoreless here in the first quarter. Battle of Rhode Island. The Riptide and the Raptors. Raptors playing out of Cranston. Cumberland, excuse me. Riptide playing out of Cranston, which is about 12 minutes outside of Providence, Rhode Island. I'm not sure how far it is from here in Cumberland, however. I'll go see if I can get you an update on that. Second down, pitch to Richard Ding Dong here. And fumble the football! Ball's on the ground, and it's picked up by the Riptide! And it looked like Jared Kaczynski, the one that had it. And it is! Jared Kaczynski comes away with the football for the Riptide. And the Riptide defense making the first big play of the game. And we'll see that high-power offense and a surprise for you folks when we come back. You're watching the New England Football League right here on YouTube. Riptide defense making a big stop. Fumble forced and recovered by Jared Kaczynski. And now here's your surprise, folks. Who is that under shotgun? That is Lou Gonzalez making a season debut. Did not play the first 2 games for the Riptide. He is now back. He'll hand off here to Sal DeSantis, who's not a stranger here to the state of Rhode Island. As DeSantis gets into Raptor territory. And again, I'm going to make that mistake a lot, folks. Lou Gonzalez did not play the first few games of the 2025 season. And I was told that he was going to take some time off. I'm not exactly sure what that meant. I wasn't sure why he was taking any time off. Gonzalez led the Riptide to the 2023 Maritime Conference Championship game win over the New England Bombers. That was an exciting game. and led them to the postseason last year as well, losing to the Glenspell's Green Jackets by just 2 points. 21-19 was the final in that semifinal. So the Riptide were just 2 points away from getting back to the championship game last year, or the semifinals anyway. Handoff here is Kaczynski, who just got the fumble, taking a handoff here on offense, and he'll get to the 42. I was talking to Tim Walker yesterday, and he told me that him and Lou were coming back, but they weren't coming back today for this game. Might be back after next week's bye week. Again, the Riptide have another bye week next week. That'll be the third in the first couple weeks here in the first half of the NFL season. Of course, last week was the league-wide bye week. And we showed up here today to the game, and there he was, getting ready for this game, Lou Gonzalez. And so far, no passes from the former All-Star quarterback, but we'll see if we can get some of them. So Kaczynski's in the backfield again, and it's once again Gonzalez in the shotgun. It is first down for the Riptide. Ball is at the Raptor 41. And a miscommunication here, and Kaczynski gets the ball, and he goes down. Into the arms of the big man, number 58. That is John Costa, excuse me. Miscommunication there between Gonzalez and Kaczynski. Who's going to take that ball? And the Raptors take advantage of the miscommunication. They'll be second down and long here coming up. And as I mentioned, folks, Sal DeSantis III, not a stranger to the state of Rhode Island. He used to play with the Rhode Ravens, who played in the ECFL. They're coming off a 2024 championship last year, and I believe they played in the Single A Conference. Don't really follow the ECFL that much like I do the other leagues. And this is his second go about here with the Rhode Island Riptide. Second and long here after miscommunication. Once again, it's Kaczynski in the backfield. Gonzalez going to throw for the first time, steps up, rolling out, and he's going to take off. He does this very well. Cutting to the outside, and he will be knocked down at the 45. Looked like for a second there Gonzalez had some room to run, but that Raptor defense making a stop there. It's going to bring up a third down here for the Riptide. Again, mistake will be made, folks. Raptors Riptide made the mistake 2 weeks ago when I was talking about the interception by Colin McKellick, which set up the touchdown for the Raptors. So it was a big play for the Riptide defense. It was actually, of course, a big play for the Raptor defense. And we were scoreless here in the first quarter. So far, a pretty exciting game. The Raptors had a promising first offensive drive. Unfortunately, fumbled, forced, and recovered by Jared Kaczynski. Ended that one. Now the Riptide offense trying to get something going here. Third down and long here, though. They have the ball at the Raptors 45. Gonzalez to the shotgun once again, and again it's Kaczynski to backfield. Gonzalez rolling out, throws to the sideline. Pass is dropped. Intended for Dante Thornhill. Pass is incomplete, and the Raptor defense makes a stop. Unless we see something here we're not expected to see. We're going to see the Riptide punt. You see Gonzalez taking his helmet off, so we are going to see a punt here from the Riptide. So despite the fumble by Jared Kaczynski, Riptide offense can't get anything going. Both offenses stall on their first drives. And we're going to zoom out here just a little bit so you get the best view of this punt. Robert Morrison, number 6, is the Riptide punter. Of course, last year and the year before was number 66. That was Noah Coucher, one of the 3 Coucher brothers that are still here today. We'll get to that after the first break, or the next break. And Robert Morrison is the punter. You got 4 guys back there. So you have 4 guys back there for the Raptors ready to return this one. And the Riptide are going to call a timeout. We're right back. You're watching the New England Football League right here on YouTube. So it's been a little miscommunication there. Once again by the Riptide. They took their first timeout. And once again the offense stalls. So the punt team coming out. Robert Morrison. Kick it away. And a whistle before the punt. And I think it's going to be a false start against the Riptide. It's a long 4th down, so even if it was an offside against the Raptors, it's still going to be 4th down nonetheless. Riptide are not going to get a first down off this offside penalty if there is one. And it looks like it actually is indeed a false start against the Riptide. See guys backing up here, and once again Morrison's going to... 3rd time's the charm, I guess, right folks? Going to try another punt here. And now Morrison back near his 40-yard line, ready to punt this one away. Scoreless game here with the Riptide and Raptors battle of Rhode Island. Watch the New England Football League on YouTube. My name is Stephen Err. Here at Cumberland. That punt is blocked! And it's picked up by the Raptors, and he's going to slide down at the 36. What a play for the Raptors special teams. Nick Marchand coming away with the punt block. And the Raptors are going to start in Riptide territory when we come back. You're watching the New England Football League right here on YouTube. So we don't have any points here yet, folks. We do have a lot of exciting action here. We have a forced fumble and a blocked punt. And the Raptors starting with the ball at the Riptide 36-yard line. Scoreless here in the first. Cabral. Pressure rolling out. Flips it. The pass is caught. And there's the former Riptide, Thomas Coucher, with the catch. And he gets down inside the 25. And I mentioned, folks, before the break, there are 3 Couchers here today. And there's one of them, Thomas Coucher. He used to play with his brothers, Joseph Coucher and Noah Coucher, who are still with the Riptide. Thomas joining the Raptors for the 2025 season there. It makes that catch there. Gives the Raptors a fresh set of downs. Raptors still trying to get that first points of the game here today in Cumberland. First down, ball is at the Riptide 24-yard line. And Cabral looks like he faked it, taking it off himself, and he's going to get to about the 21, so he got about 3 yards on the carry. So once again, folks, we're in a scoreless game here in the first quarter. It's the Battle of Rhode Island between the Rhode Island Riptide and the Rhode Island Raptors. You're watching the New England Football League here on YouTube. I'm Stephen Rhode. We are here at Tucker Field in Cumberland, Rhode Island, about 19 minutes outside of Providence. Turn the brightness up a little bit on the camera so it looks a little better for you, but for your viewing entertainment. Now, if you're just joining us, where have you been, folks? We have a lot of exciting plays thus far. Forced fumble and recovered by Jared Kaczynski on the Raptors' first offensive drive. And that's the Riptide's offense stalls. It's a block punt by Nick Marchand, I believe his name is. Yes, Nick Marchand. I was thinking Randy for a second. Second down. It's a Coucher in motion. Cabral rolling out. Throws, passes, caught. Once again, it's Coucher. Coucher spinning away and finally pushed out of bounds at the 10. And that's going to set up first and goal for the Raptors. Pushed out of bounds by Anthony Durante. We're going to turn his brightness down just a little bit. Need the best possible view we can here, folks. And ball officially at the 9-yard line. So first down and goal for the Raptors, trying to score first here in Cumberland. First drive ended in a fumble. See if they can score on their second drive. First and goal from the 9-yard line. Willa in the backfield. Coucher in motion again. Cabral rolling out again. Throws, end zone, and it's intercepted at the goal line. Another huge play for the Riptide defense. Two drives, 2 turnovers here for the Raptors. That one intercepted at the goal line. And we remain scoreless here in the first in the Battle of Rhode Island right here on YouTube. Well, how about that, folks? What a way to end the first quarter. We're scoreless. We'll be right back for the second quarter. You're watching the New England Football League right here on YouTube. Well, that has to have been one of the most entertaining first quarters I've ever called, folks. I've been doing this for 6 years. We're scoreless as we start the second quarter. You're watching the New England Football League right here on YouTube. I'm Stephen Rhode. We're here at Tucker Field in Cumberland, Rhode Island. Riptide start with the ball at their own 1-yard line after the interception. And in the end zone, he's brought down. And that's a safety. So after ending the first quarter with a turnover, we start the second quarter with a safety. And once again, it's John Ortiz, and it is now 2-0 Raptors. Insanity to start this second quarter. And just like that, Raptors turning it around. 2 turnovers on offense, but their defense getting 2 points for their offense. Well, defense getting 2 points for their offense. Kaczynski tackled in the end zone by John Ortiz. John Costa, excuse me. We'll stick here with you folks as the Riptide get ready for the free punt here. 2-0 Raptors. Just when you thought the Riptide had the momentum, the interception down at the 1 yard line leads to them starting at their own 1. Kaczynski tackled in the end zone by John Costa. And again, 2-0. And we got some discussion here, so we will be right back. 2-0 Raptors. What a way to start the second quarter. And now here's the free kick. Will be taken at about the 31-yard line. Cutting up the middle. He has a big haul. And he is splitting defenders. And he's going all the way for the touchdown. No flags. But hold everything, folks. We have a flag down inside the 10-yard line. This one might be coming back. And it is. You can tell by the frustration. Now there's flag number 2. And so, just when you thought the Raptors were about to blow this game open to start the second quarter, the flag on the ensuing kickoff return touchdown. That was a 69-yard return touchdown. But they're going to call it back. It's going to be some type of block in the back or some type of hold against the Raptors. Raptors will maintain possession. Now the question is, where will the ball be placed? Where was the hold? Where was the block? And it looked like that kickoff was returned by Miles Price for the touchdown. But again, touchdown's not going to count. We have 2 flags. One is for the block. One for number 4, looked like. That is June Vinny, who threw his helmet off onto the field in frustration. Ref picks the 1 flag up, and we will see what the call is here. Again, that was a 69-yard touchdown return by Miles Price on the ensuing free safety kickoff. They got to take it back. And they actually do place the ball. It's still deep in Riptide territory. Ball is at the 27-yard line. So good starting field position for the Raptors after the free kick. Just not a touchdown on the ensuing kickoff, which 3 plays and 3 crazy plays at that. What a way this game has gone so far. We wouldn't expect anything less in the Battle of Rhode Island. So the Raptors start with the ball with a 2-0 lead here in the second quarter. You're watching the New England Football League here on YouTube. I'm Stephen Err. We're here at Tucker Field in Cumberland, Rhode Island, about 19 minutes outside of Providence. First down at the 27. And Cabral hands off here to Mula. Mula cutting to the outside, come back inside, breaking off tackles, and down inside the 20 to about the 18-yard line. And he'll be right at that marker, and let's see what they call here. They're going to give him the first, or it's going to be second down in inches. Again, if you're just joining us here in the second quarter, where have you been? We had a fumble recovered by Jared Kaczynski in that first quarter, a block punt by the Raptors special teams, an interception in the end zone to end the first quarter, and a safety to start the second quarter, followed by what was an ensuing free kick return touchdown by Miles Price, brought back on a penalty. So I think it's second and inches. Ball is at the 18-yard line. 2-0 Raptors on top of the Riptide. And they're going to hand off here to Mula again. Mula cut right up the middle, and he will get the first down to the 15. Still going. And Mula finally brought down at about the 14-yard line. Another first down for the Raptors. Again, this is the third time we're seeing what was a promising drive for the Raptors. However, the last 2 have ended in turnovers, so don't want to give you one of those announcers jinx here today, folks. We'll see how this third drive goes. Again, 2 drives, both have ended in turnovers. The only points coming off of safety after an interception. Looks like, I believe it was, by the way, was Jesse Paggs with the interception at the end of the first quarter. And then the handoff to Kaczynski. He was brought down in the end zone by John Costa for the safety. First down for the Raptors. Ball is at the 14-yard line as you hear those horns blowing. Good crowd here in Cumberland. And handoff here to Moore. No, it's going to be Cobrell taking himself. Cobrell cutting inside down to the 5. And Cabral, I apologize again for the last name mispronunciation, but Cabral looks like they're going to call it a first down and goal. Ball is at the 5-yard line. Raptors were just here not too long ago, and they wound up throwing an interception at the goal line. They're going to hope to not do that here. They officially placed the ball at the 4-yard line, so now that is officially first down and goal at the 4. Raptors trying to build in that 2-0 lead here in the second quarter. They're trying to make another stop. They already have 2 turnovers against this Raptor offense. And once again, folks, while we're here, we want to be the last to wish everybody a happy 4th of July weekend. I hope you enjoyed the league-wide bye week. I know I did. Had a great time visiting friends in New Jersey for a 4-day weekend. Glad to be back here in the New England Football League. First and goal from the 4-yard line. 3 receivers set. And Cabral going to take it himself, cut to the outside, and Cabral's going to walk into the end zone for the touchdown. And now the Raptors finally get on the board on offense, and the score is now 8-0. After the first 2 drives, entering the turnovers, this one ends in another T. Touchdown. Cabral taking it himself from 4 yards out. Now, looks like we mentioned this, folks, former Riptide player Thomas Coucher. Looks like he is the kicker here for the Raptors, and he'll try to come on, make this a 9-0 game. High snap. The kick is short and no good. So Cabral gets the touchdown, but no extra point. And we have our first touchdown of the game, and the Raptors have an 8-0 lead over the Riptide. We'll be right back. You're watching the New England Football League right here on YouTube. 8-0 Raptors on top of the Riptide, and a surprise onside kick. And the Raptors fall on top of it first. Scrabble for the football, but it looked like the Raptors got on top of it.
Yeah, they touched it.
Waiting to get to the bottom of that pile. And you see Coucher pointing to the Raptors' way. And it is Raptor football. Nobody from the Riptide went for that ball. The ball went right in between Coucher's legs the whole time, rolled the 10 yards it needed to roll, and the Raptors falling right on top of it. And that is a poor job by the Riptide special teams. You got to be more well aware. Of course, you don't expect the onside kick. Once you see that ball rolling right between the kicker's legs, you got to go right after it. And they just didn't do that there. And so the Raptors, with an 8-0 lead, get the ball back. And we'll take another break. Right back. You're watching the New England Football League right here on YouTube. All right, 8-0 Raptors on top of the Riptide, and a surprise on top by Thomas Coucher. And what a job there by Coucher, by the way. Did not let that ball touch his feet. He let it roll between his legs. And then somebody from the Raptors recovered. It wasn't Coucher, but they do have the ball back on offense. 8-0. And here is Cabral taking it to the outside himself. And he will be brought down at about the 46. So again, a great job there by Coucher. Not touching the ball, allowing it to roll the entire 10 yards. And again, a poor job by the Riptide. They didn't expect the onside kick, but they also didn't do much of anything to try and get that ball as it rolled between Coucher's legs. And so, Raptors now with a chance to extend on the 8-0 lead here. Again, both these teams looking for win number 3 here on the season. Riptide looking to stay undefeated. They come to this game 2-0. Second down here, ball now at the Riptide 43. Cabral, plenty of time. Now he's going to roll out to his right. He's going to take off again. And he'll cut to the outside, down the sideline. Flag is down, and he's out of bounds near the 30. But we're going to have a flag. Let's give you another hold against the Raptors. That's another killer here, another kill penalty for the Raptors. Takes away a big play for their offense. That's the second time that their offense has had a play taken away. Third time the team has one taken away. Of course, we mentioned the return touchdown by Miles Price taken away by an illegal block. And a holding call. And I take another play here. And this one goes back inside Raptor territory. Ball is back at the 46-yard line. They're second and long here. 8-0 Raptors on top of the road at Riptide, Battle of Rhode Island. You're watching the New England Football League right here on YouTube. I'm Stephen Earl. We're here at Tucker Field in Cumberland, Rhode Island. About 19 minutes outside of Providence. And we last to wish everybody a happy 4th of July. Hope you enjoyed your holiday weekend. So second down here after the hold. Takes away a big run there by Cabral. And ball is loose. Cabral picks it up. And he's cutting back to the outside. Go back inside, trying to step on his feet. He does get back near the inside Riptide territory to the 49. And another great play there by the offense here for the Raptors. Cabral, that ball never even got to his hands. He picks it up. He's able to get an extra few yards, staying on his feet. But it is going to be third down here for the Raptors. Ball at the 49-yard line. It's going to be third down here with the Raptors. Trying to take advantage of the surprise onside by Thomas Coucher. We'll have the forums talking about that all week long, folks. That was a huge play. Third down at the 49. Can't tell where those horns are coming from, but they're loud here at Cumberland. Coucher in motion. For ball. Throws to the sideline, and a pass is dropped. Contending once again. Sensalisis can't come up with that one. He had a catch earlier in the game, but he can't come up with that one. Now let's see if the Raptors go for it here on fourth down or if they're going to punt. And something tells me they are going to go for it here. Again, they're trying to execute something after the surprise onside. Trying to extend on the 3-0 lead here. This would be a huge play for both sides. Again, the Raptors trying to extend their lead. Riptide want to make a huge stop here on defense. Done that twice already here in this first half. There we go. Raptors going for it here on fourth down. And those horns are blowing once again. Cabral throws over the middle. The pass is intercepted. The third turnover for the Riptide defense. And he's out of bounds inside the 50. Pass is picked by Nicholas Stanley. And once again, the Riptide defense coming away with another turnover. Their offense coming back out, down by just 8. We'll be right back. You're watching the New England Football League right here on YouTube. And how about this, folks? A little surprise here to everybody. We got the Metro West Golden Badgers in the house. They're actually going to take on the New England County Silverbacks right after the Battle of Rhode Island. So be sure to stay tuned for that live stream coming up. Strong Riptide defense. The third turnover of the game. Gonzalez taking a carry there on first down. Gets to about the 40. Officially the 42-yard line. So I guess he had a penalty after the interception. Some type of unsportsmanlike against the Riptide. But nonetheless, what a huge play by their defense, forcing a fourth down interception. Again, the pass was picked by Nicholas Stanley. Raptors went for it, risked it all, and lost it all. But they still have an 8-0 lead. Riptide now trying to tie this game as we near the latter half of this second quarter. Lou Gonzalez making his season debut here for the Riptide. Gonzalez. Pressure over the middle. Pass is caught. And there's the other Coucher. That is Joseph Coucher. And there's 1, 2, 3, 4 flags. Pass is caught. Again, we talked about earlier how Thomas Coucher is with the Raptors now. His brother Joseph making that catch. And we know Tim Walker in sight. Joseph Coucher, the number 1 receiver here for the Riptide. And obviously, folks, you saw it there clear as day. That's going to be a horse collar. One of the flags is going to be a horse collar. We had 4 flags thrown, so I don't know if there's any. Doesn't look like there's any other penalties. We just had 4 flags for a horse collar, and that was an obvious call for the referees. Coucher brought down by his back of his jersey there, back of his pads really. So the Raptors giving Riptide some free yardage after the pass to Coucher, and they'll have the ball at the Raptor 35. 8-0 Raptors on top of the Riptide. Gonzalez hands off here on first down, and a nice tackle there. Number 9 taking a carry there. That is Chen and Perry Jr. with the carry. Only gets a couple. It's kind of been a back-and-forth game for the most part. Riptide defense does have 3 turnovers, but the Raptors special teams has the safety and the punt block, and they also have the lone touchdown of the game, a 4-yard touchdown run by Corball. Second down here after that carry by Perry Jr. Gonzalez, roll it out. Bubs rolling the other way. Down the sideline, and the pass is dropped. And it looked like Dante Thornhill almost had the catch. And a nice defensive play, breaking that one up. It'll bring up third down here for the Riptide. Again, that was a nice play by Gonzalez, avoiding the pressure, and he almost found Thornhill on the pass down the sideline. But again, another big defensive play by the Raptors, breaking that one up. And it'll be third down. Ball is at the 35-yard line. Riptide trying to tie this game up. This touchdown of their own. Raptors lead 8-0. We're in the latter part of the second quarter. You're watching the New England Football League right here on YouTube. I'm Stephen Err. We're here at Tucker Field in Cumberland, Rhode Island, about 19 minutes outside of Providence. Perry Jr. in the backfield here on third down. Gonzalez. Plenty of time. Now he's going to roll out. And he's going to take off. And he is going to be spun down. Tackle there by number 28. That is Jordan Johnson making the tackle. And it's going to be fourth down for the Riptide. And we have I think, is that a marker? I think we saw a flag down here, the 40. Ref picks it up. And it's an sportsmanlike against the Raptors. That is an automatic first down. And now the coach here for the Raptors showing his frustration to his players. And that's a huge penalty against the Raptors. And penalties have killed them now on both sides of the ball, offense and defense, as well as special teams, so all 3 sides of the ball. Penalties have killed the Raptors here. This is the first half. Here in the first half. So now the Riptide have a fresh set of downs. Ball is at about the 20-yard line. Trying to tie this game up, 8-0 Raptors. Again, it's Perry Jr. in the backfield. Gonzalez floating it up top, and the pass is intercepted. Oh, no, it's not. And that's a drop. Brian Torres almost had himself a gimme. That was a gimme. And I'm not sure if he was on his way to 6 either. That was a huge drop by Brian Torres and a big sigh of relief on the side of the Riptide. So after the penalty, Raptor defense almost made a big play there. But Torres went right to his hands. So it'll be 2nd and 10, ball at the 20. 8-0 Raptors on top of the Riptide here in the Battle, Rhode Island. High snap, Gonzalez rolling out. Steps up, chucking it up top, and the pass is dropped. Looked like it was almost intercepted there. Number 23 was the intended receiver. That is Xavier Vasquez. Riptide fans know Vasquez all too well. He was the hero in the 2023 Maritime Conference Championship game, intercepting Bombers quarterback Flacco Relaford to secure a 41-30 victory and a title for the Riptide. Played some offense here today. It'll be 3rd and 10. And next we move the ball back to the 21, so 3rd and 11. 8-0 Raptors. Riptide trying to tie this game before halftime. We'll turn the brightest out a little bit. We get the best possible view as we can. Perry Jr. in the backfield. Gonzalez in the shotgun. 3rd down and 11. Gonzalez, pressure. Throw it to the sideline. That pass is intercepted. And another big play for the Raptor defense. And the Riptide offensive drive stalls. And the Battle of Rhode Island continues to be a Battle of Rhode Island. We'll be right back. Right here on YouTube. So after the interception, 1st down Raptors and a run here. Big run. Down to the 20-yard line. Going back to the interception, pass was picked by Xavier Flores. Timeout, Raptors. We'll be right back right here on YouTube. So out of the timeout, it's another 1st down here for the Raptors. Again, the interception by Xavier Flores. Corbel steps up, chucking it down the field. Has a man, and the pass is overthrown. Oh! Huge hit, and that's going to draw a flag against the Riptide. Pass intended for Ty Hazard, who had the touchdown 2 weeks ago against the Windsor Flyers. And he got rocked as that ball went over his head. And that's going to be a personal foul against the Riptide. And 3 yards here for the Raptors. They're going to once again try to extend in their lead here at the end of the 1st half. Looked like Anthony Durante was there in the vicinity of that big hit. Not sure if the penalty was on him or on the other guy. Nonetheless, Raptors have the ball near midfield now with an 8-0 lead. And now they're going to bring the ball back here near the 30. We'll see where they place it. Right down there about the 37-yard line. So 15-yard penalty against the Riptide. Of course, they had the personal foul, the big hit. So the Raptors have the ball down, 1st down at their own 37. The receivers, bottom of your screen. Corbel steps up, rolling out, and brought down from behind, down to the 45-yard line. And officially mark him down at about the 44-yard line. It'll be 2nd down here for the Raptors, up 8-0. Stay tuned for our halftime show. We'll tell you all about this insane 1st half that has been thus far. And we'll also let you know about a game coming up right after this one, right here in Cumberland, Rhode Island. Neutral site game between the New London County Silverbacks and the Metro West Golden Badgers. Here's your bottom of your screen here again on 2nd down. Cabral got to take off. Needs a block. And he'll go to the outside and get out of bounds. About the 47. Almost run into a bench there on the sideline. And it'll be 3rd down here for the Raptors. We're near the end of this 1st half. Again, we don't have anywhere running the clock here in Cumberland. Refs will let us know when we hit halftime or the 2-minute warning. Ball officially now at the 48-yard line. And a very exciting 1st half. We'll tell you all about it at our halftime show. And we hope for a even more exciting 2nd half. Here in the Battle of Rhode Island. Both these teams come with 2 wins. Of course, the Raptors are 2-1. Riptide 2-0. And they actually give the Raptors a 1st down. Ball at the 48. Cabral, pressure. Roll it out. Throws it wide open. Has a man. And he is down inside the 40. About the 37. That's going to be another first down for the Raptors. And we have 12 seconds left in this first half. So if the Raptors want to get anything going here. Clock is stopped as the receiver went out of bounds. So we are at 12 seconds left in the first half. The Raptors are going to have a few more chances here to extend their lead, or the Riptide trying to make a stop here. They get the ball to start the second half, so there is a chance. They'll have the chance to tie this game here to start the third quarter. An exciting first half so far. And his first down, ball is officially at the 37. 12 seconds left. Cabral steps up, and down he goes. And down he stays. That is not a good sign for the Raptors. And now he gets up under his own power. That's a good sign. Looks like he watches his Providence Bruins hockey. And we have a timeout on the field. We'll be right back right here on YouTube. So this is going to be the final play of the half here, folks. We have 4 seconds left. Raptors with 8-0 lead over the Riptide. Second down. Cabral, pressure, steps up, chucks it deep, has a man, ball is tipped away. Intended for Thomas Coucher. And that is how the first half ends. What a first half it was. The Rhode Raptors lead the Rhode Riptide 8-0 at halftime. Stay tuned for our halftime show, plus a preview of what is to come next as the New London County Silverbacks take on the Metro West Golden Badgers after this one. 8-0 at the half. We'll be right back for our halftime show. Right after this, you're watching the New England Football League right here on YouTube. And we welcome you back inside our broadcast booth, everybody. I'm Stephen Hearn. What a first half that was. The Rhode Island Raptors lead the Rhode Island Riptide 8-0. But it was a lot more than just 8 points. We had many turnovers by both sides. The Riptide have 3 of them. The Raptors special teams have a punt block. The defense has a safety and an interception. And the only touchdown of the game thus far comes by way of the Raptor offense from 4 yards out. Riptide have had a few chances. The Raptors haven't had any chances. Both teams have stepped up big time. We'll see which team steps up big in the second half, which is coming up in just a moment. But first, right after this game, make sure to stay tuned for the live stream of the game between the New Orleans County Silverbacks, who covered this game 2-1 after the league-wide bye week, taking on the Metro West Golden Badgers. That live stream is available on the Southern London, New London County Mutiny YouTube channel, SNLC Mutiny 1712, again, over on YouTube. Now let's get back to that second half. It's ready to go, and it's going to start right now. Start of the second half. The Rhode Island Raptors lead the Rhode Island Riptide 8-0. You're watching the New England Football League right here on YouTube. And that one taken by number 51 for the Riptide. He'll take it right out of bounds. Again, that is Stanley, Nicholas Stanley, who had the interception. And he goes out of bounds inside the 35. So the Riptide, again, we're going to make that mistake a few times here, as we did in that first half. Riptide starting with some good field position, trying to tie this game up as we start this third quarter. Defense was strong in that first half. They had 3 turnovers. Of course, the Raptors also had some big plays. They had the punt block after the Riptide first offensive drive stalled. And they had the interception by Xavier. We get the name here for you folks, Xavier Flores. Almost got confused with him and Brian Torres, who had the dropped interception to play before. Now we have a flag down at the 40. And now the flag is picked up. Didn't see any rough in the vicinity at the first. And now you might be able to hear, folks, see the man in purple, one of the coaches for the Raptors, yelling at his guys because the Raptors just committed another penalty. So the Riptide have even better starting field position. They'll start at their own 48-yard line. 8-0 in this battle of Rhode Island. And Gonzalez hands off here on first down. The Raptors stuff him up in the backfield. Okay, there by number 4, that is Kevin Robinson. First time we're calling his name. He takes the carry and he goes backwards. And first story of that first half, folks. Turnovers. Saw a lot of them on both sides. He had the interception. The fumble, by Jared Kaczynski on the first drive for the Raptors. The ensuing Riptide drive stalled. They had a punt blocked. Raptors went all the way down to the field to throw an interception at the 1 yard line. Pass was picked by Jesse Paggs. And then the first play of the second quarter, Kaczynski was tackled in the end zone playing running back, resulting in a safety for the first point of the game. Gonzalez throws, short pass caught. Trying to break away, but not able to. Getting down inside the 45 to about the 47. Then they had the interception by Xavier Flores for the Raptors at the end of the half. Fortunately, they were unable to get anything going. And that's where we stand. 8-0. Rhode Island Raptors on top of the Rhode Island Riptide. It's the Battle of Rhode Island. Here in Rhode Island. And is now, I believe, so it's third down. As you see bottom middle of your screen. Third down here for the Riptide. Again, trying to tie this game, start this third quarter. They're down 8-0. Both sides have had chances to extend a lead or even tie this game, depending on which side you're looking at. And now a third down here. Ball is back at the 46. Gonzalez taking off. Throws out as he's hit, and a pass is incomplete. A nice effort there. Diving for that football was Vasquez. And again, that was the second target for Xavier Vasquez. Very well known playing safety in the game of football, both for the Rhode Island Riptide and the Oregon Ducks during the spring season. Unable to come up with that one. No, they made a nice diving attempt. And the Riptide will punt once again. Start the second half. And there is Torres, number 2. He is back deep for the Raptors, as well as number 4, June Vinny. Raptors have one punt block here thus far in this game. Let's see if they can get another. See Morrison counting everybody, make sure everybody's accounted for. And that one is not blocked. It's just a low punt. Take it at the 30-yard line. And he is brought down at about the 37. The Raptor offense will come out for the first time in the second half. An 8-0 lead. We'll be right back. You're watching the New England Football League right here on YouTube. 8-0 Raptors on top of the Riptide here in the Battle of Rhode Island. You're watching the New England Football League right here on YouTube. I'm Stephen Err. We're here at Tucker Field in Cumberland, Rhode Island, about 19 minutes outside of Providence. As you can tell, folks, the sun is starting to set on this summer afternoon. See the shadows of the players on the field. And Corbel hands off here is Mula. And Anthony Mula gets inside the 40 to about the 42-yard line, so he got about 4 yards on that carry. As we mentioned during halftime, folks, stick around. There'll be a live stream game as the New London County Silverbacks take on the Metro West Golden Badgers in a battle of two Maritime Conference teams. This game, of course, being a crossover game as the Raptors play in the North Atlantic Division, while the Raptors, along with the Silverbacks and Badgers, play in the Maritime Conference. So while they are rivals here in the state of Rhode Island, they are not rivals in the New England Football League per se. Silverbacks Badgers coming up at the conclusion of this game. Second down here. Ball at the 42. Ball hands off again to Mula, and Mula is going to break away. Looked like for a second there he's going to be walked out of the backfield, but he gets to the 48-yard line. And it's a first down for the Raptors. Anthony Mula with a nice couple runs here in this game thus far. There's another one for him. It looked like, again, he was going to be tackled in the backfield. Gets away, gets a first down. Raptors keep the drive alive. Hey, nothing. Raptors on top of the Riptide. Here at Tucker Field in Cumberland, Rhode Island. Directly across the street from the Cumberland High School. Got a nice little bridge connecting the two. Now I've heard to get to Mula. Mula is wrapped up there, and this time won't get away. That is Jason Gracia. One of the leaders of the pack here for the Riptide. Bringing Mula down by his leg. It's going to be about a gain of maybe 1. Maybe a half yard at that. Put the ball at the 48.5-yard line. Be second down here. About 9.5. Corbel hands off again to Mula. Mula broken off one tackle and brought down, but not before he gets into Riptide territory. About the 48-yard line. And it will be third down here for the Raptors. 8-0 Raptors on top of the Riptide. Both teams have had chances to get into the end zone. Of course, Raptors had a pass intercepted at the goal line. Riptide couldn't get out of their own territory as Kaczynski was tackled in the end zone on the first play of the second quarter, leading to a safety, the first point of the game. And the only time that one team got into the end zone was as Cabral took it in from 4 yards out on a first and goal. Third down here for the Raptors, and it sounds like those horns are coming from the Riptide side of the field. Trying to distract this Raptor offense. And they're going to play a jet sweep here, and it doesn't work. Riptide defense coming away with another big play. Pitched it out to Vinny, and Jason Garcia was there again to make the tackle. So it will be fourth down. Let's see the Raps go for it here again. They had not punted yet here in this game. And the last time they went for it on fourth down, they had the pass intercepted. Now it looks like they are going to go for it here again on fourth down. But it ain't nothing lead. Marchand is in the backfield here on fourth down. He blocked the punt in that first half. Fourth down, ball is at the 48-yard line. Cobral's going to roll it out. And he's going to get to midfield, and let's see if they give him the first. They did not. They want another fourth down stop here by the Riptide defense. Offense come back out, down 8-0 when we come back. You're watching the New England Football League right here on YouTube. Another fourth down stop for the Riptide defense, and their offense coming out down 8-0 here in the third quarter. You're watching the New England Football League right here on YouTube. I'm Stephen Err. We're here at Tucker Field in Cumberland, Rhode Island, about 19 minutes outside of Providence. And Gonzalez fakes, steps up, gonna take off. He has plenty of room. There goes Gonzalez, and he's down to the 30. They're not going to throw a flag for a horse collar, but they're going to give him the first down. Ball officially at the 32-yard line. Another great run there by the 2023 New England Football League All-Star. Leading his team to the 2023 Maritime Conference Championship game with 3 touchdown passes. An exciting 41-38 victory over the New England Bombers. That game was played at West Roxbury High School in West Roxbury, Massachusetts. The first down for the Riptide at the Raptor 32-yard line, down 8-0. It's Perry Jr. in the backfield here once again. And Gonzalez will hand off to Perry Jr. Cut to the outside, come back inside, spinning away. And finally brought down at the line of scrimmage. He didn't get anything on that one. It'll be second and 10 coming up. 8-0 Raptors on top of the Riptide. You're watching the New England Football League right here on YouTube. I'm Stephen Err. We're here at Tucker Field in Cumberland, Rhode Island. About 19 minutes outside of Providence. We want to last wish everybody a happy 4th of July weekend. Hope you enjoyed yourselves. Happy 249th birthday to the great country of America. So no yards on that run there by Perry Jr. Be second and 10. Ball still at the Raptor 32-yard line. Gonzalez. Roll it out to his left. He's going to try Rhode. Cuts inside and down near the 25. And it's going to be third down here for the Riptide. Short down right here for the Riptide at that. About third down and 3 coming up. Actually, that looks like the 26. Still short third down here coming up for the Riptide. Try to tie this game here in the third. 8-0. Raptors have the lead. Gonzalez steps up. Hit as he throws, and the pass is overthrown. Intended for Brandon Schenk, excuse me. And it'll be fourth down here for the Riptide. Let's see if they try to go for it here. And they are indeed going to go for it here on fourth down. The fourth at about 3 here. Try to tie this game down 8-0 here in the third. Fourth down, Gonzalez rolling out, steps up, throws, short pass is caught. And that's going to be a first down for the Riptide. A huge play there. Can't see who made the catch, but it was another diving catch. And this one is complete for a Riptide first down. Huge play on fourth down and 3. So the ball would be placed around the 15-yard line. First down Riptide at the Raptor 15. And I have our first down, got about a yard on that carry. And that was Kaczynski. Last time we saw him carry the football, he was tackled in the end zone for a safety to give us the first points of the game. Seeing a lot of Shannon Perry Jr. on the ball since then here for the Riptide. So second down coming up here. 8-0. Raptors on top of the Riptide here in the Battle of Rhode Island. You're watching the New England Football League right here on YouTube. I'm Steven Err. We're here at Tucker Field at Cumberland, Rhode Island, about 19 minutes outside of Providence. Gonzalez goes down, back at the 20. Looks like number 00 brought him down there. That is Rob Williams. And ladies and gentlemen, that is the end of the third quarter. Get ready for an action-packed fourth quarter. The Raptors lead the Riptide 8-0. We'll be right back for the fourth and final quarter. You're watching the New England Football League right here on YouTube. Start of the fourth and final quarter, everybody. The Rhode Island Raptors lead the Rhode Island Riptide 8-0. You're watching the New England Football League right here on YouTube. I'm Steven Err. Gonzalez steps up, throws, passes, knocked down. And there is Thomas Coucher with the deflection. Just another step, and he would have had an interception there as well. And now it's going to bring up fourth down for the Riptide. And here in the fourth quarter, probably a good idea to start going for her on fourth down, especially deep inside your enemy territory. Ball is at the Raptor 20-yard line. Be fourth down. And Riptide are going to go for it here. Trying to get some points out of board here in this game. There we go. Big play for both sides. Fourth down. Ball at the Raptor 20-yard line. For your receivers, top of your screen. Gonzalez steps up and gets away. Still going and finally wrapped up. And it's a fourth down stop for the Raptor defense. Offense come back out with an 8-0 lead here in the fourth when we come back. You're watching the New England Football League right here on YouTube. 8-0 Raptors defense making a big stop. Holding on to the 8-0 lead over the Rhode Riptide here in the fourth. First down, ball at the 25. And again, it's going to be Cobra taking himself. Cutting to the outside, trying to come back inside, and brought down near the 40. Brought down there by Giovanni Ramey. Well, folks, we'll let you know next week is our final week covering games for the New England Football League here in 2025. We'll be in Middleborough, Massachusetts. We'll finally see the defending champions. Middleborough Cobras will host the Boston Bandits in a battle of two historic franchises. 6 p.m. kickoff next Saturday out in Middleborough, Massachusetts. So be sure to subscribe to the YouTube channel to catch the game once it's uploaded. And we'll see you out there in Middleborough. In the last week, I'll be calling games for the NFL here in 2025 as I head back to New Jersey to call games for the League of All Leagues Alliance from July 26th through either the second or third week of October. First down for the Raptors. And then over to Mula. Mula finding some room. Nice play here by the offensive line, and he gets there midfield. You see we have a quarterback change here. Chris Carlino back in the quarterback. Saw him take a few snaps last time we saw the Raptors against the Winter Flyers. Looks like the Raptors now, with the ball near midfield, will try and run out some clock here. And they've done a good job today on there with the run game, doing just that. It'll be first down. Ball to the 46. Hand off here to Mula. Mula right up the middle. He gets down right at midfield. And that's a first down there for the Raptors. And again, an opportunity for them to continue chewing up this clock. We still have plenty of time left here in the fourth quarter. They're looking to chew up as much clock as they can early on here in the fourth. Eventually, the Riptide will be using all three of their timeouts. Not yet, but soon enough. So first down, ball is at midfield. And Chris Carlino into quarterback here for the Raptors. Another former member of the Riptide. And Carlino's going to throw. Pups, roll it out. Pressure coming. And he dives and loses about 2 yards on that dive there. And let's get us Nicholas Stanley, his second tackle. And now, after just a few plays, see Carlino coming out. Cabral coming back in. Cabral has the lone touchdown of the game here for the Raptor offense. He scored from 4 yards out on a first and goal, making 8-0. And now it's a third down here, so that might be why they bought Carvel back in. Try to get him another first down because they continue to run out this clock. Riptide trying to make a big stop here. Low snap, Corbell heads off here to Bula. Bula up the middle. First down, Raptors. Add more into Riptide territory, down to about the 42-yard line. Another big third down conversion here for this Raptor offense, and they're going to have another chance to chew up more of this clock. We talked about it before, folks. The Riptide have already had 2 bye weeks. They were off week 2. They were off for the league-wide bye week. And guess what, folks? They're off for the 3rd time next week. And a whistle. Not sure what the whistle's about. Everybody in position to get ready to get back to play here. And we will. 8-0. Raptors on top of the Riptide. You're watching the New England Football League. We're here on YouTube. I'm Stephen Err. We're here at Tucker Field in Cumberland, Rhode Island, about 19 minutes outside of Providence. And Carl's going to take it himself, and he is going to be wrapped up way back. That's still going, but the Riptide, their entire defense is there. Bring it back down near the 40. The whistle was not blown until Carbo was way back near his own 40-yard line. And that's a big loss for the Raptors. That's going to bring up 4th down. And I believe we're going to see the first punt here today for the Raptors. And indeed, we are. Raptors forced the punt for the first time here today. There's number 0. We'll just say his name's Ola because he has a ridiculously long last name. And he told me that when I met him last year. He was like, just say my first name. Don't worry about the last name. It's so long. It's like double digit. I'll just leave it at there's double-digit letters in his last name. That's how tough it is to try and pronounce it. 4th down here for the Raptors. Their first punt of the day. We're trying to get the ball back here in the 4th. Like I said, get ready for an action-packed 4th quarter. High step! Ball goes over the head of the punter! And the Riptide fall on top of it. And who else but Jared Kaczynski? His second big play, this one on special teams. And the Riptide have excellent position to tie this game here in the 4th. We'll be right back. You're watching the New England Football League right here on YouTube. A big mishap there for the Raptors, and the Riptide will take advantage here. They have the ball deep inside Raptor territory, down 8-0 here in the 4th. You're watching the New England Football League. We're here on YouTube. I'm Stephen Erb. We're here at Tucker Field in Cumberland, Rhode Island. First down. And Gonzalez hands off here to Perry Jr. There's a flag down. This one looks like it's going to become a back. And now with the amount of time we have here in the 4th quarter and how close they are to the end zone, the Riptide, they're going to try and run out this clock as much as they can. They don't want to give the Raptors another chance here to take what could be the go-ahead score. Riptide look like they may be playing for overtime. Let's check the marker. I think it's a hold here against the Riptide. Ref is pointing toward the Raptors. But the ball is moving backwards, so it is against the Riptide. And they place the ball back at the 28-yard line. Eight nothing Raptors looking to hold on to their lead here against their in-state rival, the Rhode Island Riptide. First down, Gonzalez pops down. He is rocked. Thomas Coucher laying a licking. And that's a huge play for the Raptor defense here late in the 4th. Wow. Coucher came out of nowhere and planted Gonzalez in his back plate. And that's a huge play for the Raptor defense. Going to bring up second down and long, very long here. So to place the football. Ball looks like it's back at the 35-yard line. I believe we're nearing the latter half of this 4th quarter. So now time is becoming a factor here for the Riptide, especially after that sack on Gonzalez. Second down and a long here for the Riptide. Gonzalez steps up and throws. Pass is caught. There's Joseph Coucher. And Coucher is brought down inside the 30 to about the 27. So here we go. Big third down coming up here for both sides. Raptors trying to make a stop. Riptide looking to hit the end zone for the first time here tonight. Battle of Rhode Island coming down to the final chapter here. Not much offense, but we've seen a lot of everything else. A lot of defense. Again, the Riptide defense have 3 turnovers. Special teams, both sides have a turnover. So it's been an exciting game all throughout, and we have an exciting finish for you here in Cumberland. Third down for the Riptide. Ball about the 28. Gonzalez steps up. Looking for a man. Can't find a man. Down he goes. And once again, Thomas Coucher coming in for another hit on Gonzalez. That goes down as a quarterback run. And here's the biggest play of the game. It's 4th down. Raptors trying to make a huge stop here. Ball is at the 29-yard line. Riptide need to convert here to stay alive. Yeah, we do not know how much time is left here in this game, but we do know we are in for an exciting finish. And for all we know, this could be the final. This could not be the final play of the game. This could be this is the biggest play of the game as of right now. 4th down at the 29. Gonzalez steps up, chucking it deep to the end zone, and the pass is incomplete. And a flag. Late flag comes in. It's going to be interference against the Raptors. And another killer penalty for the Raptors, going to give the Riptide a fresh set of downs and another chance to tie this game. You've seen a few, and you see one of the coaches there in the purple trying to say that ball was not catchable. Flag came in late, so let's see if they pick this one up. Or if they're going to call it a PI against the Raptors. Doesn't look like they are, though. Looks like they are going to call this one. And that is a killer penalty on 4th down. Gonzalez's pass was overthrown. Let's try to argue that that pass was overthrown here on the Raptors side. Looks like the officials have already decided that it is pass interference, and it is a 1st down for the Riptide. Let's say where to place the ball. Place it at the 15-yard line. Well, technically the 14-yard line. It was a 15-yard penalty. New England Football League plays college rules. So pass interference is not a spot foul. It is a 15-yard penalty, and that's a 1st down for the Riptide at the Raptor 14-yard line. 8-0 Raptors trying to hold on for win number 3 here in 2025. And Gonzalez, delay handoff. He's got to take it himself here. Cutting away from defenders, getting inside the 10. Again, now it looks in the Riptide looking like they're trying to waste as much clock as they can. Trying to force some overtime here. They don't want the Raptors to get the ball back, but a chance to win the game in regulation. He's 2nd down here. So again, let's see where they place the football. At the 9-yard line. That was a gain of 5. He's second and 5 actually. So it was the 1st down at the 14. So 2nd down and 5 at the 9. They can get a 1st down without getting a touchdown. Gonzalez hands off. Kaczynski to the goal line. Touchdown, Riptide. Jared Kaczynski redeems himself with a 9-yard touchdown, and we are a 2-point conversion away from a tie game here in Cumberland. This is going to be a huge conversion here for the Riptide. They need this 2 to tie this game, potentially send it into overtime. As I told you, folks, we are in for an action-packed fourth quarter, and that's exactly what we've gotten so far. Here we go. This is the biggest play of the game for both sides. The 2-point conversion to tie this game at 8. Kaczynski in the backfield. Gonzalez in the shotgun. Gonzalez throws into the end zone, and it is caught! The 2-point conversion is good! And ladies and gentlemen, we are tied at 8. What a game this has been! And it's not over yet. Tied at 8 here at the fourth quarter. We will be right back. You're watching the New England Football League right here on YouTube. What a game. Tied at 8 here in the final minutes of the fourth, but now the ensuing kickoff goes out of bounds, so the Raptors are going to have excellent field position with a chance to win this game in regulation. That's going to place the ball about the 40. Riptide tie it up here in the final minutes. Jared Kaczynski, a 9-yard touchdown on 2nd down and 5. And that'll be up to the Raptors to see if they can win the Battle of Rhode Island here at the end of regulation, or if we head to overtime here in Cumberland. And I haven't called an overtime game in 3 years, folks, so I'm not sure if they're going to play by the NCAA rules where each team gets a chance, or a first score wins like in the NFL regular season. Of course, we're not sure if we're going to see overtime yet. We'll have to wait and find out. Raptors trying to win it here in regulation. They'll start with the ball at the 35 after the kickoff went out of bounds. So here we go. Raptors trying to win this game in regulation, starting at the 35. They're going to hand off here to Mula. Mula, there he goes again. A nice run game. Gets inside the 40, about the 43. A little extracurriculars between two of the guys here from here in Rhode Island. We got another nice run there by Anthony Mula. Both teams have all 3 timeouts. And we have 1 minute and 33 seconds left here in regulation. So this final minute and a half is going to determine, are we going to overtime, or we have a winner here in regulation. 2nd down. Another handoff here to Mula. Mula cut to the outside, cut back inside, and he is wrapped up after just a gain of 1. And now I think the Raptors call a timeout. A huge 3rd down coming up when we come back right here on YouTube. 3rd down for the Raptors. 1 minute and a half left in regulation. They're trying to win the game here in the end. Riptide trying to force overtime. Riptide have played in overtime already this season. They defeated the New England County Silverbacks 12-6 in overtime in week number 1 out in Cranston, Rhode Island. 3rd down for the Raptors. Carville rolling out, throws, passes, caught down the sideline, and he is knocked down inside Riptide territory. That is Ty Hazard with the catch. And it's a 1st down for the Raptors. Again, inside Riptide territory. Ball is at the 46. Another timeout by the Raptors, so we'll be back in a sec. Raptors down to the last timeout. We are inside 1 minute left here in this fourth quarter. We are tied at 8 between the Rhode Island Raptors and Rhode Island Riptide. Cabral gets away, and he will run out of bounds. It looks like he actually lost a couple yards on that one, but he gets out of bounds to stop the clock. Once again, it's going to be third down here for the Raptors. I'm going to try to turn our brightness up here so you get the best possible view as possible, and there you go, much better. What a finish this one's going to be nonetheless. So the outcome, and what if you go to overtime or it ends in regulation? This is one of the games of the years thus far. And again, the Riptide have already won a game in overtime this season. They defeated the Newland County Silverbacks, who play after this game against the Metro West Golden Badgers, 12-6 in week number 1. And actually, it's a first down for the Raptors after the run there by Corbel. Cobrel steps up, chucking it down the field, has a man, and it's good! Touchdown, Raptors! Jude Finney! Raptors take the lead here in the final minute. Score is now 14-8. A 48-yard touchdown on first down. What a play for the Raptor offense. That's exactly what they needed here late in the game, trying to win this one in regulation. And with just a few ticks left, they might have done just that. But the Riptide will have a chance to answer with 3 timeouts. What an answer by the Raptors. The extra point is blocked. And so now, folks, it gets even more interesting. Riptide going to have the ball back with just a few seconds left. 3 timeouts with a chance to win the game. We'll be right back. You're watching the New England Football League right here on YouTube. Here we go, folks. 14-8 Raptors on top of the Riptide. Under 1 minute left here in the fourth. You're watching the New England Football League right here on YouTube. I'm Stephen Err. And that ball is going to be taken at the 25. Looks like Morrison, he's brought down right there. Nowhere to go on the kickoff. Robert Morrison, the kicker, taking the ensuing kickoff. And so the Riptide, with just a few ticks left, have all 3 timeouts. They need a touchdown. The extra point will win them the game. So do not go anywhere. It is not over yet. Reminder, folks, next week to wrap up the 2025 season on my end, I'll be in Middleborough, Massachusetts, as the defending champion Cobras host the Boston Bandits. Kickoff from Battis Field, set for 6 p.m. Eastern Time. Broadcast will be available early Sunday morning. So be sure to like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. Hopefully we can get a game like we've seen here today between the 2 storied franchises and the Cobras and the Bandits next week. And just like the Riptide have called their first time out, they have 2 left. A chance to win the game when we come back. This game is not over yet. 14-8 Raptors lead the Riptide, but the Riptide have a chance to win this game now with 2 timeouts. They have the ball first out at the 25. Gonzalez rolling out, steps up, over the middle, pass is caught. And it's Coucher to the 45. And the Riptide will call their second timeout to reserve some time here. Joseph Coucher has had a lot of clutch catches in his career. There's another one to get the ball near midfield. But now with just one timeout, they got to start taking some deep plays. This reminds me of the game between the Chiefs and Bills, folks. Chiefs had 13 seconds left, and Mahomes made it happen. Butker tied the game, sent it to overtime. Chiefs won in overtime. Riptide have a chance to win the game here in regulation. It's a 6-point game. The extra point by Coucher after the touchdown to June Vinny was blocked. So it is a 6-point game. Riptide need a touchdown, the extra point, winning the game. And we'll show you here. Raptors are playing prevent defense. This could be the last play of the game. From the 46, Gonzalez steps up, and down he goes. Huge sack by the Raptor defense. And that's it. The Raptor, or is it? That is it. Your final score. The Rhode Island Raptors defeat the Rhode Island Riptide here in the Battle of Rhode Island, 14-8. For the Rhode Island Raptors, for the Rhode Island Riptide, for the New England Football League, I'm Steve Eder. Thanks for joining us, everybody. See you next week in Middleborough, Massachusetts. Thanks for tuning out tonight, folks. We'll see you next time.